This is our news, the weekend edition, and on the broadcast tonight. Tragedy hits the Haitian community as multiple migrants are found dead in waters off Abaco. And the country's homicide count shoots up overnight as 3 men are killed in 3 separate incidents.
Our news is brought to you by Alive.
Good evening, I'm Andrew Knowles, and thanks so much for joining us. We are getting news tonight of a deadly sloop crash near Abaco that's left multiple people dead. We're told 10 bodies, all believed to be Haitian nationals, were found dead in waters off Abaco this morning. Now, according to reports, the Royal Bahamas Police and Defense Forces, along with the Immigration Department, United States counterparts, and the Abaco boating community conducted a joint search and rescue operation in waters off Manowar Key. This following reports of an attempted illegal landing in Abaco. 15 Haitian males and 1 Haitian female were rescued. However, 10 bodies were retrieved from waters, all pronounced dead. Now, between those bodies and those rescues, the count stands at 26. However, there is no official word yet on just how many migrants were believed to be on board that sloop. As a result, air and sea searches will continue. It's a story we're following. We hope to have updates in a later newscast. It was a busy night for police as they investigated a myriad of shootings here in the capital, 3 of which were fatal. The latest homicide taking place shortly after 7 this morning in the area of Fritz Lane. Now, when police arrived on the scene, they discovered the victim, who had been shot about the body.
Information received is that the male was walking east on Fritz Lane when he was approached by the occupants of a dark gray vehicle who shot him about the body. At this time, that's all the information we have.
And about 4 hours earlier, officers were on the scene of the second deadly shooting.
Sometime after 3 a.m. this morning, a young man was at a club on Clark's Lane off Mackey Street when he was involved in an argument with a gentleman which spilled out into Mackey Street. Information received is that another person who was along with the person who was in argument with, that he pulled out a firearm and shot the deceased about the body.
But when paramedics arrived on the scene, the man was unfortunately pronounced dead. As for the third fatal shooting, well, that occurred in the area of Miami Street shortly before 11 p.m. yesterday. Police say the victim was shot and killed just after he had gotten out of his vehicle to speak with someone.
While speaking to that gentleman, another person came up with a firearm and shot him about the body, where he later succumbed to his injuries. We have no other information on that. We are working with some leads, but if members of the public are encouraged to pass information on to the police.
No word on, at this time, whether these 3 incidents are connected. Well, meantime, police had to investigate 2 other shootings as well. The first shooting took place in the area of Jones Heights shortly after 9 p.m. last night. A man was reportedly approached by a male on a bicycle who was armed with a firearm. The suspect shot the man and sped away. The victim was transported to hospital where at last report he was listed in serious condition. As is the case for the second shooting victim, who was also in serious condition in hospital. Police say a man was sitting in his vehicle in the front of his home around 2 a.m. Saturday when the occupants of a blue Honda vehicle opened fire on him. The man was hit before the suspect sped away. Police are appealing to members of the public who may have any information related to any of these cases to contact them. Still on news from the crime beat, police need your assistance in locating 2 wanted suspects for questioning in connection with financial crimes investigations. The first is 55-year-old Joe Bradley Ferguson of Ivanhoe Road. Ferguson is described as being 5 feet 10 inches tall, of average build, and a dark brown complexion. Also wanted is 37-year-old Jaquel Moxie of Jubilee Gardens. Police say Moxie stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, is of slim build, with a dark brown complexion. Now, anyone who may know the whereabouts of Joe Ferguson or Jaquel Moxie is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. And we will take our first break here, but still ahead tonight. Straw vendors at the downtown straw market voice their frustrations. That story and more when our news returns.